Oh man, it's bright outside here today. But anyways, what's going on, bro? Today I want to touch base on a problem which I'm sure a lot of you guys probably have, honestly. I know I've definitely had this problem for fucking years and years and years. Growing up, fucking even recently, like, it's pretty bad, but I'm sure we all go through it. In some way, shape, or form, it's addiction. Addiction to a substance or addiction to an activity that negatively impacts your life in some way, which we know we shouldn't be doing, but we do anyway out of desire. The main reason why people are addicted to things the way they are is because of one thing that we all possess in our brain, a neurotransmitter called dopamine. And some of you might be familiar with it. It is our brain's reward system. Without it, it would be impossible for us to feel good about anything at all, any kind of achievements in life, really anything at all that makes you feel good in a very positive way is triggered by your brain's dopamine. And so basically the way how this relates back to your addiction is you receive extreme amounts of dopamine, because most addictions out there are made from easy ways of gaining dopamine. So let's take smoking for instance. You know, not everybody smokes, but the people that do smoke and get used to it, they get a really insane head rush that makes them feel good. And when they feel good, they get a lot of dopamine. So it's one example. But the main one I want to talk about today, and one that honestly is the addiction that's worst out of them all, is lust. Lust is very, very bad, and it comes in many different forms as well. It could be somebody that's addicted to doing it with other people, or it could be pornography addiction, which is the worst one. Watching it or touching yourself while watching it is not good for you at all. And I'm very aware of this, and I've had this. I'll be straight up. I'll be very transparent with you guys. And it might be embarrassing to say this, but fuck it. It is one of my addictions that I've had. I am doing a lot better, but I am trying to break it, because honestly, this shit's gonna fucking destroy any ambition that any of you guys have. You have a lust addiction. And if it doesn't ruin your ambition, it would most definitely ruin your relationships with people. You really have to take things into perspective. You are watching two people basically reproduce, having sex. Imagine what that's doing to your brain, watching two individuals that you don't even know because you never met them in real life. You're watching these two individuals do this fucking activity on your screen. It's not even real. It exists only on your screen, on your computer, or on your phone, however you access the dirty website. And your brain actually, it's crazy what happens. Your brain actually tricks itself into thinking it's getting the real thing. Your brain thinks you're getting action when you're really not. It's crazy how that all works, but it's very hyper-stimulating stuff, and it will lead to you becoming very addicted very fast. The consequences of doing it, are very, very detrimental, and they outweigh any kind of benefits that experts say. Quotations on experts too, because I don't think these guys are promoting the right message by making it sound like it's good for you. That's the world we live in. They want to take advantage of your dopamine so that they can profit off of it. It's a powerful thing to say, but you know what? I'm not holding back. This is how it is, man. Like you might be thinking, oh my God, you're crazy. You're thinking that, man. This is the truth. This is the reality of all this stuff. This is my philosophy on it, and I think it makes sense. They want to take our dopamine and make profit from it. If you have ambitious goals in life and you really want to make a difference, like for your entire family or even your entire bloodline, you have to cut out bad habits like this. I was gonna say you gotta stop these addictions, but in reality, you can't really stop an addiction because you get used to these things after a while, and that's why people find it so hard to quit, and they keep relapsing. is because their dopamine is constantly activated like that, and they can't stop. You have to replace that instant gratification dopamine with delayed gratification dopamine, doing actual hard activities which will reward you so much better for both your impact on the world and also for the kind of dopamine you get in your brain. It's a different feeling when you actually go out and achieve something. I remember when I bought my brand new car, working my ass off in my job, that was some very well earned dopamine. That day I drove it off of the lot. And I know some of you might be thinking, why would you buy a brand new car in today's economy? But that's just what I wanted to do. And I did it. So that's it. I wanted to make that happen, and I did. And honestly, thinking like that is not a good way to live either. Like, if you want to go buy something, you should go do it. Like, you should go get after those fucking goals you want to achieve. Like, straight up, man. You shouldn't hold back on anything, on any goals that you want to make happen. If you want your reality to look a certain way, you just gotta go out there and make it happen. But it would be absolutely difficult to make that happen if you're addicted to things that hold you back and hold your energy back, man. You gotta have that fucking energy to go after it, A lot of the reason why people that masturbate are not attractive to women, or they're not attracting the life they want, is because their energy is just going away, man. Like the sexual energy that you possess when you're on semen retention, or you just hold back for a while, like it's unreal how it is. And there is also pheromones as well, which your body also produces because of that. Because of you holding back your seed, it just goes through your entire body, and I heard it even gets into your bone marrow. It's crazy, but like how many things we haven't learned, it's like at all growing up about these things. It's just how they want it to happen, man. They want us to fall for these traps so that they can drain our energy down and keep us in a spot where we have to comply. But you know what? That's another video right there. I could talk about this forever, but the main message of this video, man, you gotta quit these bad habits, especially pornography and lust. Like when I say lust, I don't just mean pornography, but I also mean like fucking going on like first dates and smashing as well. Like that's not healthy. You're not really gaining anything aside from a nut. Like that's just how it is. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Beautiful fucking day out here. No more fucking wildfire smoke. Yeah. Oh man, that wildfire smoke was bad. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here. And if you like the video, subscribe if you're new. And you have a blessed day. One thing I forgot to mention is if you are in a position where you are quitting like the bad habits, like smoking or drinking or doing drugs or anything at all that's very destructive, if you're quitting these habits, you could still very easily get into an addiction of lust. It's really the worst when you're actually starting to get after it, you're starting to get these good things happening for yourself, and you're becoming a healthier individual. That's when you're most vulnerable to this happening to you, because your sexual desire just goes up. It really does, especially when you're young. Young people will get that the worst. One thing you got to realize when you're on this journey, you just got to be aware, like it is something you're gonna have to fight over and over and over again, because when you're young, because it's just your hormones are going crazy. You're gonna have that desire, and it's gonna be with you for a long time. But just be aware that this energy can be used for some great things. You'd be very, very surprised on what you are able to achieve if you take this energy and transfer somewhere of an actual important endeavor in your life. If you transfer this to an important endeavor of your life, you would outperform the whole fucking competition. I promise you that. You'd be surprised. You'd be very, very surprised where you could end up. Take this sexual energy, instead of releasing it out all the time, take it out on your fucking goals. And take it out on your goals when it is at its highest, when you're young. And if you're older, you might not have the amount that you would have, but remember, there is still obviously so much room for improvement. You'd be absolutely surprised like how much even like somebody that's older could do. Like, don't set limits on yourself at all. You fucking got this.